Look at this, eh? It's going to be my first cast of the day. Light's just getting up. Wiki bread in the feeder, very coarse. I've got hair rig bread. A nice gentle lob somewhere. I'm going to go about there. Oh, that looks good. You can just about see my quiver tip. So we'll leave it at that and get fishing. Make sure the clutch is tight enough. Yeah. To say I'm excited about today is an understatement. Now the rivers by me are still in flood, but I found this little backwater. Done a bit of searching. Well out the way. I've had to cycle here, then carry my bike over a fence, and then over 2 fields. But I'm finally here, and it just looks right. I'm out the way, no one about. First light. I've got quite a busy day ahead of me, so I just want to grab an hour and a half's fishing, if I'm lucky. If I can get back for 10 o'clock, I'll be brilliant. But I don't know if I'm going to catch here. I don't know anyone who fishes here. Doesn't look like anyone's fished here for a long time, but it's hard to say. It's absolutely white over frost. But because I've had a lovely walk and a cycle and a bit of a traipse over fields, I'm actually nice and warm. My hands are absolutely toasty, so that's a bonus. But the river looks mint here, so I'm just hoping some fish have gathered away in this quieter water. I don't even know how deep it is. It's probably only 4 or 5 foot. It looks chubby to me. That's what I'm hoping to catch. So I'm going to give it an hour. If I haven't had any signs, I'll probably pack up. But if I've had some signs, I might stop on another half an hour. But it's just an hour's fishing. A bit different from match fishing. But it's the sort of thing I like to do over Christmas. So we're still in December, right at the end of December now, and it's definitely cold. Winter's properly here. And for me that means chub fishing. And I've got a few mates who are chub fishing as well on rivers that aren't as badly flooded as this one. So, but this bit here looks nice. It's definitely got some pace on it. But I'm hoping some chub want to be there, because the colour, from what I can see, looks all right. It looked all right yesterday when I had a little recce. Let's just see if we get any taps or wobbles on this. So this is my first cast. I'm just going to give it 5-minute cast, and then we'll see what's what. I'm really, really excited. It's just nice, isn't it? How different is this to match fishing? I've got a little rucksack, not even a proper fishing rucksack. A little bag of bits, a few feeders, some bread. That is it. A nice wallop on after 2 or 3 casts would be awesome. Don't do taps on the walls just yet. No snags either, which is a bonus. Bread's still on, so that's good. So we know that's not working its way off. Oh yeah, that sounds lovely, that. What fish could resist that? So, I'll have another go at that. That's encouraging anyway to know that the bread's still on. Now plunger. 3 discs in there, just ever so slightly compressed. There we are. 3 hair rig discs. That's a 16 MXB1, which is quite a big hook for a 16. So, there's compact it quite a bit just so there's a slow release, and I'm deliberately using a solid plastic matrix feeder because a cage feeder releases it too quick, which we don't want. We should cast that. I want to cast it to the same spot, I want to cast it a little bit further. That's exactly where I wanted it, yeah, just below that little raft. Bit of a plot, but right. Don't have to pay a bow out. I've got a 20 gram feeder on, might be 25. I always drop it to a 15. I thought I'd start on the heavy side just so it doesn't bounce into any rubbish and take it from there. It's a free running feeder, ever so simple. I'll show you the link setup and everything in a bit. But that's it, we're fishing again. But there's no rubbish coming down, which is a relief, because often there's a lot of rubbish and leaves and branches and stuff coming down, especially off the floodwater. It looks like most of it is fining down, it's on its way down. So that's another reason why I half fancy catching today. But we'll see. There might be a reason nobody fishes around here. It's my secret little bit of river for now. But yeah, I've done, these are what I've tied up. Have I got the packet anywhere? Yeah. I tied these up last night and was watching TV, MXB ones, in a 16. And I've just daisy chained a load of them together. And they've all got a extra strong super stop on the end. Quite a long hair, what's that, about 15mm? Get 2 or 3 discs of bread on that, thick slice, Warburtons, toasty. Standard stuff really. And my bread, I've just blitzed it once. I often freeze and thaw it and so get it a little bit finer, but because there's all sorts of big bits in that, which is what I want on a river like this. I don't want an ultra fine feed that's going to wash cleanly away. So that's what we've got. And I have put a few spices in there. I've put a bit of fenugreek and garam masala in there. I just think a little bit of spice, a little bit of flavour doesn't do any harm in punch crumb, especially on a sort of semi-flooded river like what we're on today. But there's a nice green tinge, so I'm confident they can see the bread. If it was coloured, then obviously I'd be coming with I don't know, cheese paste or meat or something like that, but or worms. But bread's what I've got. I've got half a loaf to use up. Not a lot in there. That is half a loaf, just a few days old, and hopefully 1 or 2 fish are obliging. I'm fishing 020. It's 020, so it's what's that, about 6, 7, 8 pound, 8 pounds say. These are metre long, but I trim them down to suit. So I just do them as a full arm's length, probably a bit more than a metre, and I just trim them down to suit, depending on the bites I am or aren't getting. But that's it. Bag of bits. Yeah, and these are the feeders I'm using. I brought a range, so that's a 15 gram. Really nice, sort of flat, everything pins down. But because it's plastic, because there's less holes compared to a cage, it goes down and then releases its payload. If you have a cage, you'll get a big cloud, especially with bread coming off. So I want it to go down. I've got all sizes here, but I'm just going to use the little ones to start with. It's all going to wash away pretty quick, so I just wanted to chase that small amount up and find my hook bait. That's the plan. But we shall see. Not seen the cormorants today. There was 2 cormorants on the tree opposite. So at least it told me there must be some fish about, if there's cormorants about. It's not going to get above 1 degree today. You can see the sort of weather it is, just from looking around. Yeah, it looks like a proper winter snowscape. But that's just sitting there right. 2 ounce tip. I've got my old Horizon X Class 11'10". Of course, a massive fish with this rod. It's like my bream rod, my sort of middle range method feeder rod. To prove that I've cycled here, there it is. And that's how white over it is. A bit like a triathlon really, isn't it? Bit of a cycle, a hike, a fish. That should be a sport, shouldn't it? Cycling, hiking and fishing. I've just had 2 great big bites. Bit of a shock, I thought I'd knocked my rod and I hadn't. Go on. Probably should have struck at one of those. A couple of dips and taps afterwards. Oh, bugger. Yeah. Ooh, that's a big fish. That's a big fish. That is a big fish. He ain't doing anything. Holy moly. Holy moly. That is a big fish. I'm not giving you any line, mate. Oh yes. Big chub. Big chub. Big chub. Big chub. Go on. That's a big chub. That is second cast. Wow. Wowee. Yes. I could go home now. How good is that? Wow. Wowee. Look at that. What's he got down him? He's got something else in him. It looks like a caster. See what he's eating? Oh, what's that he's been eating? It's a shallot. Oh, it's a berry. I know what that is because that's like a hawthorn berry. Yeah, he's been eating berries. I could go home now. I'm that happy. A river I've never fished before, never seen before until the other day. Amazing. Look at that mouth. I'm absolutely made up with that. Look, that's what it's been eating. It was full of berries. Look, that's a husk of a berry. Well, you can tell that's only my second cast because there's only 6 discs of bread. So 1, 2, 3. This is the setup. It cannot get simpler than this. So what we've got, 25-gram matrix feeder, free running. That's on £6 line. I probably could have used 8. And I've got one of these connector quick change swivels with a collar there, so I can change the hook length. And then that's just a knot protector sleeve that Matrix do, which is lovely actually. So it protects the knot and just cushions everything. And that's it. You cannot get simpler than that. You don't need a massive feeder. I'm after 1 fish at a time. I'm not trying to feed a shoal. So we're going to have a couple more casts. Let's pop that bread out. Oh, dropping it. I'm all fingers and thumbs now. I've caught that fish. But that's it. We just pop that in there. Just make sure it's not caught round the tip. A bit more bread in there. Press it in quite a bit. And then have another cast. That was a really awkward lob. Well, that went in a lot nicer. I am absolutely made up. Second cast and a chub. Rub it in, done. Come on, number 2, please.